Hey there, in this video I'll provide you deck lists and strategies to complete all 13 achievements from the Dr. Boom's incredible Inventions Miniset. Let's dive right in and tackle these achievements together so you can spend more time being legendary in other aspects of your life. The achievement list for the miniset consists of 13 unique challenges that equate to 26 total achievements. Like Whizbang's Workshop, there are two types of achievements: single game achievements and farming achievements. To tackle these achievements efficiently, it's best to build decks that focus on completing farming achievements while you attempt to achieve the single ones. For instance, while pursuing any class-specific achievement, you should also add Pro Gamer to your deck to finish the corresponding neutral achievement. Fortunately, there are only 2 neutral achievements this time around. Most achievements have 2 steps, so aim to satisfy both criteria in one try. Let's get straight into the list. Death Knight. Use this deck list. This is relatively straightforward, and you need to keep your corpse count available in mind. I found this one to be a bit tricky because either your opponent has Viper or some way to get rid of the weapon, or they're gonna die in a couple turns and give up before you complete the achievement. The good thing about this deck is that if you like DK, this deck is actually really competitive as well, and it's a really solid rainbow build. So give that list a try. As always, you can find the deck codes for all the decks listed in the info below. Demon Hunter. This is a single achievement, but it can be a bit tough. My solution was to play a Naga Demon Hunter deck and to save 1 copy of Through Fire and Fell for the combo turn to give the Slither Spirit Rush. The tricky part is making sure that there's something to attack. This took me a few games. Druid. This deck took a little careful planning, and my solution was to stick a Treant or use a Blood Treant on the turn where I played Drum Circle, and then played the new Druid card with it. This is not too difficult, and Treant Druid is actually a pretty decent deck. Hunter. This is a farming achievement, and it is for one of the most fun cards in the mini set. Product 9 is a very, very awesome card, and it's great value, so you can play any type of secret hunter list and enjoy the climb. You need 60 total secrets to play from Product 9, and I'm sure you will complete this relatively fast. Mage. This one was really tricky, and I have to admit I got a little bit of lucky. I played this particular Rainbow Mage deck, and my strategy was to discount cards with Watercolor Artists, and then go for a turn where you can cast over 12 mana spells. So, Dark Moon Magician, what he does is, every time you play a spell, he plays one that costs 1 more. If you play a spell that's been discounted, he casts a spell based on what the original spell's cost was. So for instance, if you play the new buy 1 get 1 freeze card and you discounted it to 0 with Watercolor spell or Watercolor Artist, then Dark Moon Magician will cast a 4 mana spell. So using that, you can see how you can manipulate your deck in a way to cast well over 12 mana in 1 turn. Also, this Rainbow Mage deck is not that bad at all. I got many OTKs with this, and it's pretty fun. If you really just want to force the achievement and don't like this style, maybe you can try like running Dark Moon Magician with Blizzard so that you can freeze the board and hopefully the Dark Moon Magician sticks for a turn, and the next turn follow up with like a bigger spell or another Blizzard. Paladin. This is a farming achievement, and it is very easy, and the good thing about this particular achievement is that when you chase this achievement, you also work towards the Gigantified neutral achievement as well. What I like about achievements in general is that they give you this opportunity to explore new deck designs and strategies, and this one is a doozy. So, Flicker Bots, every time you press a holy spell, or cast a holy spell, they cost 1 less. So, the idea here is to just cast a ton of holy spells so all your Flicker Bots are free. And not only are your Flicker Bots free, but the gigantic versions are as well. Remember, to get credit for this achievement, your minions have to cost 0. Priest. Now this is a time-consuming farming achievement, and any deck could work, but the one that I liked the most was Dragon Priest because you could draw through the deck pretty quickly and you could win some games. It's pretty promising, this card, especially with Pip or Celestial Projection S, but this did take quite a few games for me to complete. Rogue. The trick is to have cards like Prep or wait till later in the game when you have like 10 mana so you have more mana to work with to cast the spells. This is really simple. I did this on the first try, but make sure that when you do this, that you have hand space in your hand before you cast the Twisted Pack. Shaman. This is an easy farming one, and it is really fun as well. I would say the Paladin and the Shaman one are just very, very good and very, very fun. Earlier I was talking about how doing the achievements opens your eyes up to different types of ideas and deck lists, and this one is a doozy. All you need to do is really like spam pop rocks to have a board of 0/1s. You can even use like conductivity with this, and then play the legendary card, and then you've got legendaries. It's even better if your opponent plays cards as well, because then that just adds to your total legendary count on board. Very cool deck. Warlock. This was a slightly challenging single achievement. The goal is to play as many of the mass production cards as you can in a turn. I think it was 6. My pointers would be to make sure you make the most out of all the heals in your deck. Like when you play Infernal, make sure like you tap down as low as you can, like gone down to 3 life or 2 life and then play Infernal. Or, you know, if you have your Ziliax, use that to buy you more chances to create more copies of mass production. This did take a while. It took me 3 tries. Warrior. This is the last class achievement, and it sucks. Bomb Warrior is trash. I was really glad to get this done as soon as possible. Tricks to really get the most out of it is to make sure that when you drop Safety Expert, there's a way to activate its death rattle multiple times. So that means like having a wrench in hand or a mini wrench in hand, using the location, using the card Reckham. Like being able to do that will help you get through this quest quicker, which will be good for you because I hated this one. Neutral achievements. There are only 2 neutral achievements, and they are really, really easy. The first one we talked about already, the Gigantify one. You can complete that easily by just farming the Paladin one. Just make sure that you're also casting the 8 mana Flicker buff for free with Gigantify. And actually, it doesn't even have to be free, but it just helps. The Pro Gamer one is very easy. Just, put 2 copies of Pro Gamers into every deck until you finally come around to finishing it. And that's a wrap on our achievement guide. I hope you found these strategies helpful in your journey through the mini set. Remember that we have an existing guide on the achievements for the WizBang's workshop already, so if you need that information, click on this video here in the description. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time, and stay legendary.